God, I'm sick of weak men. Good Lord. So, you can kind of tell what today's rant's going to be about. I just got in this weird situation at work, right? I'm a safety manager. And as a safety manager, and you guys that have been in construction, you know, I walk in and it's like, oh God, this guy's here. He's going to tell me I don't have my glasses on. He's going to say I'm doing something wrong. He's going to call me off. He's going to threaten to write me up. He's going to throw me off this job. And I've never saw my job that way. I used to work in the field with you guys. I became a safety manager because one day when I was in my 40s, I thought, you know what? This shit's starting to hurt a little. Like maybe I should move to the office. I did a little bit of superintendent as well, and I just kind of got into safety because it was a little easier on the body. But I noticed a lot of safety managers. They like to throw their weight around. We were talking about masculinity today. Like what's happened to men? How do we become these sniveling, resentful, whiny? I don't know. You can almost just say narcissistic. You don't see kind, assertive, strong, man of your word, firm handshake kind of thing. So one of the guys, we were operating some equipment inside the building and it produces fumes. And normally you wouldn't run this equipment inside. So, it's a situation that requires constant monitoring and the other trades are complaining. One of our guys got confronted by an electrician safety. And she said that people are complaining of gas and he needs to shut his equipment down. And he got kind of terse with her. He said, "What, are you shutting me down? Is that what you're doing? You're shutting me down?" And she kind of got scared because he's a big, scary iron worker. And she didn't like his threatening demeanor, so she kind of got the general contractor safety. That's the general contractor is the company that has the big oversight, and we all technically work for the general as subs. We're the iron workers. You got the electricians, you got the carpenters, so on and so forth. We all work for the general contractor. Well, he comes in and he's like, I want this guy fired. I want him thrown off the job. And I said, whoa, thrown off the job. Let's settle down here. Let's talk about this. And he was mad. What do you want him thrown off the job for? He goes, well, I don't like the way he talked to her. And as it turns out, she was his sister. I said, well, what exactly did he say to her? Nothing. He didn't really say anything. He kind of maybe got a little loud. Maybe he was a hair and borderline threatening in his demeanor, but he didn't cross the line. He didn't call her any names. He didn't do anything wrong. He just got a little upset. And, I said, well, look, we're all out here working and we get constantly interrupted by these things. You can't see that how he might be a little frustrated. You can't forgive that a little bit. I mean, he did exactly what he was supposed to. He complied. He shut down. He got me involved. We came up with a solution. We fixed the problem. He got a little maybe upset. Maybe he didn't show enthusiasm. And so he was saying, well, that's insubordination. Well, first of all, let's think about that. You're saying insubordination as in, like, not only do I have to do what you tell me to do, but you think I answer to you? Like I have to act like I'm enthused about it? Like you can throw me off this job because you don't like my demeanor? No, absolutely, 100% not. You guys tell me, he goes, well, what do you do when guys talk shit to you? When they give you crap? And I said, generally, 9 times out of 10, I laugh. And that is one guy, I told him to put hey man, you got to put your PPE on. You're going to get thrown off this job for that. And he's like, he told me straight up, why don't you go fuck yourself? And I just looked at him and I said, as long as you put your glasses on, I can do that. And he kind of looked at me and put his glasses on and went to work. And then another friend of mine goes, you gonna take that? I go, yeah, I don't care as long as he's doing what I asked him to do. I don't give a crap personally. Like, I'm the safety guy. You're supposed to not like me. But it just got me thinking, oh God, what happened to men? I mean, we used to have a little bit thicker skin. We used to be able to joke with each other. Everybody's so serious. Now it's all about ego. You need to show me respect I think I deserve. How dare you? first of all, I don't know you, and you need to earn my respect. I don't need to do shit. And that's the way I look at it. It's like, we're all just cogs. We're all just trying to get this building built. And once you cross that threshold into taking it personal, now it's no longer about the job. It's about you and your needs and your wants. And you don't care if production gets slowed down because you're about to throw off the foreman of a crew and they can't just replace that guy. And now what are they going to do? You're just going to shut that whole crew down just because you don't like that he gave you a little bit of attitude? Guys bag on me all the time. You know, they joke around. They're like, I get my nails painted with my wife, and we get matching toenails. When I do my videos, I wear some of the fruitiest shit, and I know it. I know I wear these little booty shorts, and I like to show my body off. I'm a little bit of an exhibitionist. I kind of dress funny, and guys, they joke around a lot about my masculinity. But to me, that has nothing to do with it. To me, the idea of being masculine it's an energy. It's a calm assertiveness. It's knowing that you're going to do the right thing and you're a man of your word. And you're going to treat people with kindness and you're going to treat them with respect. But if the situation calls for it and you need to stand up for yourself or those around you, you absolutely have that ability. You're a dangerous man. You just choose to be virtuous and you choose to be kind. It has nothing to do with the way you dress or whether or not you paint your tails or how you wear your hair or what kind of fashion. Some of these guys, they dress so hard and they got the tats and they got the looking all spikes sticking everywhere and they got this look. And then at those same very people are some of the biggest, whiniest you ever met in your life. It's just a facade. You can look manly, you can look hard. Do not confuse being aggressive, being an asshole, with being manly, with being masculine. That's just being a douchebag. Being masculine is that it's hard to define. You either have it or you don't. It's that leadership property. It's that grace under fire. It's that calm assertiveness, that voice that guides people when chaos ensues. It's your ability to, control a situation when it gets out of control. It's, being a dad. I like to play with my daughter, and if she asked me to dress up with her and play dollies, I totally would do that, and I would have no problem with it. If she wanted to paint fingernails and paint toenails, I would totally do it. Matter of fact, that's how I got into painting my toenails. One time the kids wanted to paint toenails, and I got into it, and I looked at it, and I thought, man, I like the way that looks a hell of a lot better than my old nasty 48-year-old raptor claws. So I started getting pedicures. I would even go so far to admit that I have a very feminine side, and I am who I am. I could care less. But if you try to cross the line and put your hands on me, or you try to hurt somebody that I care about, you're going to find out real quick that it doesn't matter what I'm dressed like or what I look like. I got no problems whatsoever turning that switch on. But we choose not to. We choose to be kind. We choose to be thoughtful of other people. We choose to be considerate. We are fathers that care for our kids, and we do provide for our families, and we do sacrifice to make sure that the ones that we love, don't go without. And even if that means we have to go without, we put ourselves last because that's our job as men. I guess that's a bit of a rant, but the biggest thing is you guys need to stand. You need to be men of your word. If you say something, let your yes be a yes, let your no be a no. And if it comes out of your mouth, you need to stand by it, even if you're wrong. There's nothing worse than somebody who doesn't stand by what they say, or will say something and not, you won't stand by it. You see it a lot online on YouTube with fake profiles or comments, anonymous comments. People will say things and they're afraid to put their faces behind it. And if you notice that you look at our profiles, you can see our names and our faces, and we say exactly what we mean. And if we're wrong, the internet will correct us. We have a debate about it, and that's how it's supposed to be. But the last thing we're going to do is, hide, because that's just not very manly. I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe I'm just ranting because this just kind of pegged me the wrong way and I just needed to get it off my chest.